Hey there everybody, this is Lee with Creative Two-Time Mom, and this video is going to be all about what we use for spelling. So I had a viewer ask me a few days ago, what do we use for spelling? What would we recommend? And we are currently using Spectrum Spelling. We've been using this for about 3 years. I wanted to do a flip through for you so that you can see how we use it and kind of what all is involved in the program. Maybe give you some ideas for your homeschool. So let's get started. So this is my daughter's spelling book. Like I said, we use Spectrum Spelling. They're pretty inexpensive, and we really like it. I've done some adaptations to it, and I will talk about that as we go along. But each lesson is about a week long. You start out, this was lesson number 13. They start out with 10 words in a lesson, and they progress to 15. I think the last 2 lessons she's had has had 15. So there's always a rule, there's always a reason that these words are put together, and you learn some sort of spelling rule to go along with it, and it gives you that up above. Usually on this page, I will give her a pre-test, because a lot of times she will know the words, but not all of them, and so we find out which one she knows, and then on a separate piece of scratch paper, she will just write 2 or 3 times the ones that she doesn't, and that's all we do for day 1. Day 2 is writing the words in context, which is always fun, and then you have direct relationship. You can see exactly how they're spelled. Day 3 is usually some sort of unscrambling type puzzle, and then they give you some sort of words across the curriculum, and you will put them in context as well. And day 4, we actually have been skipping day 4 because it's a writing prompt. My kids don't always like the writing prompts, so we've been skipping those. And then some sort of like proofreading, and sometimes I will have them do the proofreading, sometimes I won't. Usually on day 4 we do some sort of fun spelling project, so they might go outside, write the words in sidewalk chalk. They might do the words in marker. We don't get to do marker in our books, so being able to write in marker is a lot of fun. Sometimes on day 4 they're ready for the test, and we just go straight to it. And what I like to do with my kids when we test is, let me see if I can find an example. Oh, here's one. So if we've tested that lesson, I will put the date and the grade. I like to keep it in my lesson plan book as well, but then this way I have a complete record, and they keep the test in their binder. Now every so many lessons, I think you probably saw one already, there is a couple of review pages where it will review that group of lessons. Let me see if I can find one for you. Okay, so here is one. This is reviewing lessons 23 through 26. We haven't gotten this far yet. There will usually be, I believe it's just 2 pages of review for all those words. Find the spelling word that is a synonym of this word. Find the spelling word that is an antonym of this word. I typically don't do these pages because it takes a lot of flipping back and forth because you're reviewing several lessons, but I like the idea, so sometimes we will. This would also be a good way of reviewing antonyms and synonyms. This curriculum is about 32 weeks long, so it's easy to complete in a school year. Plus at the back there's a dictionary of all the words. It gives the part of speech, the spelling, it breaks it up in syllables, and gives the definition. We really like this. Like I said, we've been using this curriculum for about 3 years. It relates to Common Core, which I'm not always a fan of, but I do appreciate just how well laid out this is, and that there's constant review of the words that we are learning. So that's the curriculum that we use for spelling. I like it because it gives me a list every week that I can go over with my kids, and I don't have to come up with my own list. Sometimes we add words. My kids, for some reason, seem to struggle with spelling the word science, and so a couple of weeks ago we added that to our spelling list, and then I just try to keep it fresh. Like I said, writing the words out on the patio with sidewalk chalk. Or one of the things we'll do is we'll talk about red vowels. So they'll write them in colored pencil, and every time they have to write a vowel, they write it with the red colored pencil. Other things we do is we will finger trace it in salt. We will create the letters with Play-Doh. I like to do lots of hands-on things like that, especially with words that we are constantly struggling with. And then every few weeks, I might go back and review and say, okay, I'm going to give you a spelling test of 10 words from this last group of lessons. So that's what works for us. We really do like Spectrum Spelling. It makes it very straightforward, very easy to follow. It takes about 10 minutes a day, and it's not all that complicated to add it into our school day. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you are using for spelling in your homeschool, and make sure you hit that subscribe button before you guys click off this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.